God, God said this is a Dallas, Texas. When people lie and do all of these things, and the DA holding their nuts and taking yellow breeze in them side. When I left court the May the 17th, the people that did me wrong started smiling and laughing at me because they're getting away. The marriage, this is about tax dollars. This is not about when people have done you wrong. You know, one thing, Bobby Smirk and Jim Jones said about paying a debt to society. God said, crimes you paid your debt to society, but why my son should pay his debt to racism society? Why should we be hold accountable for racism society? Why should I pay back racism society? I want to tell the Attorney General of Texas something for me. Since y'all made me lose my friend in that mall and what y'all did, and those malls support your racism, God said I don't have to pay back nothing. When your business don't got disability in it, you have no right. That business have no right. God said we'll give that business the right to ask where they tax dollars at and where they being racist and all. Let me tell you, at 14, 15 years old, I was working at 14 or 15 years old at Newman Smith. When Sabina met me, I was working. I went to Brookhaven College when I was in Newman Smith High School in Dallas County. I was doing that. I went to Brookhaven. I went to elementary schools. I went to all of that school. I went to moving on up. We didn't just go to school and just stay in the classroom all day. We could. We also went to different job sites. We went to different everything, right? We went to a lot of stuff, right? So in those things where we went to, thrift stores, nursing home, Brookhaven nursing home, and all of these things, stores, we went to go help out at. And my first job was at Big Lots. Even though when I got my job at Big Lots at 14, being a Newman Smith student in Carrollton, Texas, I was still able to, I still had to also keep working while we still doing job things. I still had to participate. Even though you had a job after school, you still had to participate while you in school and you're going and learning job things at Newman Smith. So those, we was going to Brookhaven. We was going to North Lake taking ceramics class, taking other classes. So we was taking all of these things. So we was doing. I didn't just go to school to go to school. When Mirza Sabina didn't even know. When I was you listening to lies and all, they didn't even know. When I was gone, like we didn't hang out at Newman Smith, I was going to Mirza's Demirla's sister to your cousin school, elementary school over there by Perry. I was going helping out with spacewalk, nachos. I was doing all of this, bringing my game over there. In that gym over there by Perry Middle School, by Perry got a big gym over there right on the corner. They used to have job fairs. When we used to go over there and they have job fair in their little area in Carrollton, Texas. They used to have job fairs and stuff and all of those things. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I was just talking to my brother, and my brother was on a football team, him and Big Nick, and Kool-Aid and them at Newman Smith, and the rest of them at Newman Smith. And I told my brother, you remember the first year I was on the football team and you was already playing, you and Big Nick. You remember what your football coach told me? Let me train, let me show him. He wanted to teach me how to attack the quarterback. And the coach wanted to teach me, Big Nick, Jonathan Kool-Aid and everybody. We on a football team. I got asthma attack to quit. But my brother got asthma. He wanted to teach me how to attack the quarterback. But you know what that football coach said at Newman Smith? When I was on that field with Big Nick and the rest of them, let me train. He wanted to show me how to attack the quarterback. He wanted to show me how to get online. And I remember talking to my brother, and we talking about all of this on the football field with him and Kool-Aid and everybody at Newman Smith. I used to go to parties. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people don't even know. High school, Newman Smith, regular parties, everybody throw parties and everybody, And we used to go to those things. So me having that understanding and like, man, like I was gonna get Big Nick and Kool-Aid. I even talked to this person on Facebook. He know my brother. He's been blowing up since MySpace. He's in Dallas, and he's been blowing up since MySpace. And he went to Newman Smith. The same time Mirza was doing music, and I say, hold up. When I go on your Facebook, I say you been hot, man. He been hot in Dallas. His Facebook, he been hot, and I'm like, hold up, hold up. He been hot and all of that. Now I told one of my cousins, he's in Texas right now. He's from Dallas, and he tried to put out music. And I'm giving him a platform where we can do stuff. Where I know this business at. My cousin tried to come out with music. I said, I got my cousin from New Orleans. They do music, and they down here. One of my other cousins and things. I said, come on. Now, and this is a perfect time where I can get my cousin them to be able to follow and get back to their journey. Did they stay here? And the more they put this situation in the situation, what happened yesterday, them listening to them and a while they police gonna say you in all kind of millions, they are, and they know you a liar, man. You want to know that Americans in your life would be more. Go ahead with that, man. You just put everybody's life in danger by a police officer not doing your job as a regular police officer. So let me tell you something, man. I'm not with the lies, man. But you'll call me a snitch because you want to not to win. You don't want me to win. I got a music building that'll help everybody out. But God said, I promise Paris and London is blueprint. A whole nation. I've been on other platforms. Yellow Bridge, you just born. I came back from Atlanta. I started to talk to everybody. Even the person I worked with at 12, 16, he a car pusher. And he worked at Kroger's. And I told him, look, go over here. Me and him passing. We worked together at 12, 16. He was a car pusher for 12, 16. And we actually worked together. And I'm like, he do music too. And I was telling him about all the social media platforms. And he's at Kroger's where he quit Kroger's because I didn't have that job interview. Because at the same time I had a job interview. And I denied the job interview at Kroger's in Frankfurt because of the racism was going on. So on Frankfurt and March over there, because the manager didn't want me to have the position and he was being racist. So I had to deny that job. I had to deny because I didn't want nobody to stop me. I didn't want nobody to stop me because he wanted, just because of my handwriting was right, he was being racist. He was being racist. So, and that's what I didn't like. So I didn't take the job, even though I had the job at Kroger's, but I didn't take the job because I believe that he was gonna do the same thing that Charles did by Charles racial profiling. And let me tell you how Charles did it. 5 on one end of the table, 5 on other end, and one person on another. I'm and Charles on the other end, and I'm on the other. And Charles racial profiling me, looking at me straight in my eyes, telling me racial things in the table. So Charles being a store manager, he's being racist towards me. So if you got 5 people on the left. Imagine I'm dealing with Doug McMillan and I'm dealing with 1216, right? And I tell the Justice Department, me able to be in the orientation with Charles at 1216. 5 people on the left, 5 people on the right. And Charles, the store manager on one end, and I'm on the other end, right? He racial profiled me. He's giving everybody else a career, say what they're gonna be, but he's looking me in my eye as a racist store manager. So he's looking me in my eye as a racist white store manager. So I'm asking the Justice Department, listen to this racial, with my arguments against Goodman Miller and his Walmart employees. Listen to what Charles did. Listen to the racism going on with 1216. and he decided to lie on me. Oh, listen to all of the things I'm able to address. So we can't understand those propers and understand those barriers. So I'm not gonna allow them, a lot of them keep pushing things over while they take these and they get, God say, it get violent and violent. And when you keep pushing things back, the situation, you're putting everybody's life in danger because of your stupid behavior, DEA. And y'all wanna put people in protective service because you couldn't do your damn job. It's your fault. God said, give me. But nobody should have to go through that. So I will see y'all later. God said, we know the DA putting this on themselves, man. The state of Texas, money, I told you about, you think money can solve everything after somebody died? Of your action and your behavior? I told you about, you think things can solve everything. And if some of these government thinks money can solve everything, but when you don't listen.